The concept of a Satanic New World Order is a notion that has been circulating among certain groups, often tied to conspiracy theories about a secretive, powerful elite seeking to control the global population. In this context, the idea is that this alleged New World Order is leveraging climate change propaganda as a tool to oppress individuals and societies. To explore this claim, it's essential to break down the components of the argument and examine the available evidence. Firstly, the existence of a Satanic New World Order, as often described in conspiracy theories, lacks substantial evidence. These theories typically posit that a small, secretive group of powerful individuals or organizations is working towards a one-world government, often with the intention of imposing their will on the global population. However, such claims have been repeatedly debunked by experts, governments, and fact-checking organizations. Despite this, the narrative persists, often fueled by misinformation and a lack of understanding of global governance, economics, and geopolitical dynamics. Climate change, on the other hand, is a well-documented, scientifically supported phenomenon. The overwhelming consensus among climate scientists is that the Earth's climate is warming due to human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases from burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes. This consensus is based on decades of research, including observations of temperature increases, melting glaciers, sea level rise, and shifts in the timing of seasonal patterns. The argument that climate change is being used as propaganda to oppress populations typically centers around the idea that governments and international organizations are using the threat of climate change to impose draconian regulations, cap individual freedoms, and redistribute wealth. Proponents of this view often point to policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions, such as taxes on fossil fuels, subsidies for renewable energy, and regulations on industrial emissions. They argue that these measures are not only economically burdensome, but also represent an overreach of government authority. However, this perspective overlooks the significant and well-documented impacts of climate change on ecosystems, economies, and human health. Rising temperatures are associated with more frequent and severe weather events, such as hurricanes, droughts, and wildfires, which can devastate communities and economies. Climate change also poses significant health risks, from the spread of disease vectors like mosquitoes to increased mortality from heat waves and other extreme weather events. Moreover, the transition to a low-carbon economy, while requiring significant investment and policy changes, is also seen by many as an opportunity for economic growth, job creation, and innovation. The development and implementation of renewable energy technologies, energy-efficient practices, and sustainable land use are creating new industries and employment opportunities. Furthermore, reducing dependence on fossil fuels can enhance energy security, reduce air pollution, and improve public health. In conclusion, while the notion of a Satanic New World Order using climate change as a tool for oppression is a compelling narrative for some, it lacks factual basis and misunderstands the complex issues surrounding global governance, climate science, and economic development. Climate change is a real and pressing issue that requires a coordinated global response to mitigate its worst impacts and adapt to its consequences. The policies and measures implemented to address climate change are aimed at protecting the environment, ensuring sustainable development, and safeguarding human well-being, rather than serving as a pretext for oppression. It is crucial to approach claims of conspiracy with a critical and nuanced perspective, seeking out credible information and expert consensus to inform our understanding of complex global challenges.